Welcome back, everybody. Today's video, I'm just going to go over and pull another locomotive out of the case over there and get it cleaned up and get it running and show you. So we'll go start at the top, which was the Blue Comet the other day last week, and then the next one down, I'm not sure until we get over there and look. So let's go pull one out and get it running. All right, everybody, we're over here at the case, and let's see what the next one is. Looks like it's the Rivarossi Alton. I guess what it's called. Alton. 462. Oh, getting short. This was a set I bought 5 or 6 years ago at the Columbus Train Show. Off a guy I know from Pittsburgh who sells a lot of trains. I've bought a lot of stuff off him. When I used to go up there and meet him to buy trains from him. I haven't been up there in a couple of years. So I've got I think the full passenger set. I think some of it's lighted too. I got a real good deal on it. So I didn't go there to buy this. I was going to buy a Challenger. And then I had this set, and I asked him the price, and I was like, well, give me that set. So I never really had it on my radar to get. So I'll take it over here to the bench and take a good look at it. All right, here it is, the 462 Pacific Alton locomotive. Really nice. When I came across this, I never really had this on my radar to get. You know, I've seen it, but it's not really one that I was after, you know. So, but when I got up at the train show and he had this set, and you know, and he told me the price. I ain't gonna tell you the price, but it was a good price, and I was like, but you know, that's not bad considering the locomotive and only, I think it's like all 8 train cars and everything. And if I remember right, most of them are lighted and got interiors and everything like that. So it's a really nice set, and came in the boxes and everything. So I was like, I'll just take that. That's pretty cool. So I'm glad I did. Really nice. So this locomotive here, it's a really nice locomotive. Really, it's got a little dust on it. I'll give it a good clean. And I haven't ran this one probably in a good long time. It's got the round motor in the cab. So you know it's like a 1980s model or something like that. But I don't think it's missing anything. It's still got the bell. And then the tender. Really nice. And then I think I got the 8-car set over there with interiors. Like I said, some lighted. And it's already been changed to Katie's. And I think the passenger cars have too. I think somebody had this set and put interiors in it and wheels and Katie's and everything like that. So that was even a better deal. So I'm going to clean this up like I did the Blue Comet. Clean the wheels and everything. Hopefully check this, make sure it runs okay. Probably re-grease it or whatever it needs. And then we'll take it over to the layout and watch it run. It should run good, if I remember right. So, but this is a pretty desirable set from what I understand. I don't know. I've got most all the sets except for the Crescent Limited. That is like the one I don't have. Other than that, I think I've got about all the other Steam Rivarossi sets just about. And I'm not a real fan of the Crescent Limited. I know a lot of people are. I just ain't, so that's why I've never got it. But I mean, I've came across it cheap, and I've still not bought it because I'm not a fan. I have some of the passenger cars I've collected at train shows for it, and I figure I'd eventually get it. But you know, it's not one that I'm wanting. But when I find it the right price, it'll probably be one I pick up. Maybe. I don't know. But this is a really cool set. So let me clean it up. It's probably not too dirty because I've never really, I think I ran it when I first got it for a couple times, and then that's it. You know, it just sits in the case. It's a shelf queen. But we need to get it out and get it cleaned up and get it running. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, got this all cleaned up. Put some grease in it and oil. The wheels really weren't dirty at all, so that's nice. One of the driver rods was loose. Always check your driver rods. I've found that out the hard way. When you buy a locomotive, especially these old Rivarossis, somebody's probably tinkered with it. And always check the nuts and bolts on your driver's rods. Make sure they're tight, because you'll put it on the layout and it'll make a loop or two, and then all of a sudden it'll fall apart and you'll lose everything. I've found that out the hard way many times. So whenever I buy a locomotive or anything, always check that stuff. Or whenever you grease it, always go back and check that stuff. So nothing worse than having that stuff fall off on the train tracks over there, and you have to try to find it and you can't, and if you ain't got extras, you're screwed, you know. So cleaned her up, looks pretty good. And another trick I do sometimes is these pickup tabs are supposed to be on the top side of the wheels. Sometimes I'll flip them to the bottom side because a little more pressure against the wheel makes it do a little better pickup. So that's just a little something I do sometimes. It gets contact with the axle a lot better, I think, that way. But I got her all cleaned up. Now we'll take her over to the layout. I'll dig out the passenger cars and watch it go around a little bit. And I've been pretty busy here. I got this big mess of cars right here that I've been building. And there's one of them right there all finished and weathered. I've been trying to learn the weather, you know. Need some nice weathered cars. So let me see what y'all think of that. And I put a little coal load in. I didn't get too crazy, just a small load. These are those old Bachman Tyco cars. You know, and I've got probably 50 or 60 of them because I like them. And I wanted to do about 20 or so weathered so I can put them behind a big boy or something. And I thought it would look cool. And what I did was put metal wheels in them. Did away with the hook horns and the couplers that are mounted to the trucks, and put Katy boxes on them with Katy number 5s, and got them spaced where they need to be, you know, with my little gauge. And did some weathering with some acrylics and stuff. And I think it kind of looks cool, I think. So this was my first one I did. And turned out pretty good, I thought. So I did another batch of 9 here that I've been working on, doing different steps. So let's see, you got the couplers screwed in, and just make an old cheap car a nice car, you know. So they're in the first stages. This one's on the second stage of, because it's a multi-step. So I wrote it all down, and then I went back and got all the metal wheels put in and Katy couplers put on and all that, and then took the weights out because the weights are in here on these cars. So I got a big pile of them over somewhere here. Back there, yeah. So what I do, instead of having them out there where you can see them, I put them down inside here and put that coal load on top. Kind of hide it. And I just take a little piece of cardboard, shove down in there, and, you know, gets down in there, then just glue the coal load in like I do my ballast. So, it's in there. And it's got plenty of weight now. Between those 2 stock weights and that coal load, pretty nice heavy little car. They roll real good, and, you know. It's not like a little, doesn't really look like a cheap little Tyco car anymore, you know. Like I said, I got like, I think about 60 of these in there. Well, I had about 60 of them. Let's say that I used some for my, um, some rock cars a while back, a couple years ago. And then I got these, and the whole goal was to make a big old train behind a Challenger or a big boy of the coal loads, and just never got around doing it. And I figured I'd practice some weathering, and I liked it, so I'm going to do like 20 of these. So I'm going to do this batch of 9. That'll give me 10. And then I'll probably go ahead and do another batch. Give me about 20, something like that. I think would be good behind a big boy. And then I think I dug this out. I got a bunch of these Union Pacific gondolas too. I probably got about 50 of these. So I want to make me a nice gondola train too with a couple diesels. Probably get steel loads or something. So I've just been busy working on these because this has been taking a lot of time. And then the Crusaders, they're coming along. I got the blue painted yesterday. Now it's got to do the silver, and then the tenders get silver too. So it's been really cold. Everybody got this. We got this big snowstorm and stuff this week, and it's really cold out here at the shop. So I haven't been out here too much, you know, except for messing with those things. Because I'm really excited to get these all weathered and stuff. I think it looks really cool. But I'm gonna get this over there, pull out some train cars or some passenger cars, and we'll run it around. All right, here it is on the tracks with 8 cars, the full set. It's all metal wheels, Katy couplers. So there is no slow speed for this. It's too many cars for that old locomotive. It only goes fast. Well, there's my Alton set, the Rivarossi Alton set. It's a really nice looking set. Um, the locomotive was having problems pulling all of those cars. I think it's because somebody have added a lot of weight to them. So I'm going to have to go through and probably service that motor. I may try to put the Atherin brushes in it, see if that will help it, clean it a little better, and then go through and take a lot of the old weights out of those. Somebody had glued weights to the bottom and they were kind of falling off around the track. I had to stop a couple times and remove some chunks of weight. So I think I'm going to take the weights off there, whoever put them on there, and put some of them sticky backs weights I got over there maybe on there. because they are pretty heavy. And I think lighten them up a little bit and maybe try to put those Athearn brushes in that motor, it would probably pull them fine, but I don't think we'd ever get any slow speeds out of it really. You could use a good can motor upgrade. That'd be really good. Then we'd probably be all right. But I've had that 5-6 years or so. Like I said, I wasn't on my radar to get, and then when I seen it and the price was right, so I went ahead and snagged it up. Really nice set. So, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.